Ooh, that was quick. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. This is the Profitable Interior Designer broadcast. We try to do it every Thursday and give you a little insight into our Profit Insider Academy program. And today, you know me, I'm Nancy Ganzikoffer, business coach. And Lesley, introduce yourself.
Good morning. I am Lesley Myrick. I am Nancy's associate coach in the Profit Insiders world.
And currently an active interior designer. And we're joined today, head an interior designer, and we're joined today with one of our Profit Insiders. Lucille, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everyone where you work out of?
Hi, good morning. Lucille Cavan, and I work out of the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware area. And I also work out of Colorado. So I do the yin and the yang.
Wow. Okay. So I think that's important for people to know because that's not easy to do. And when you came into our program, one of the things we focus on is how do you know if you're priced right and how do you know if you're priced competitively? So Lucille, I want to actually jump right into letting you tell your story of deciding to join the Academy and then how you discovered that, gee, I could be making more money and grow my business without stress.
Yeah, so this is a great program. So happy to be a part of it. Sad that it's coming to an end, but I'm going to continue on. And but I've been in business for 7 years. So prior to going into the program, it was 6 years. I had a number of clients. The business was going well, but I was working all the time. I never stopped working, and I thought, I don't want to give up. I came out of corporate America. I don't want to give up my flexibility. I love being self-employed and I love the flexibility. However, I didn't want to work 7 days a week and I didn't want to work 12-hour days. So when I spoke with Nancy about this program, I thought this is exactly what I need. I think this is a really good fit. Lesley and Nancy, I really enjoy working with both of them because I feel like what one doesn't have, the other one has. Like there's such a great yin and a yang, a really great balance. I can voxer one on one topic and the other on another topic. So that's my story. And I feel like this program has been hugely successful for me because I'm now making more money. I'm working less hours. I feel less stress. Yay. My family loves me. Yay.
I will tell you that the Profit Insider Academy, many people come in for so many different reasons, but there's definitely a common ground of, gee, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Why aren't I making more money? Is there another way I could be charging? How do I know what to charge? And that's where we dive in. Some other coaching programs start at a different place. We start with pricing. We start at how profitable are you? And so this way we can really dive into tweaking that first and get you more money so then you can invest in your business and do other things, right? Without the money, how do you keep investing in new employees and accountants and bookkeepers and renderers, all kinds of things you need to run your business. So Lucille is an amazing Academy student. She has followed our instructions, asked questions. And when she's talking about the Voxer, that's a walkie-talkie app we use in our Profit Insider Academy, where our students can press a button on their phone and ask us a question. Lesley separate from me. So you have two coaches in one program. So you're right. I think Lesley and I are a great balance for each other. Lesley's still a working interior designer, and I've got that whole business, sales, communication end of it all the time, right? And the motivation and keeping everyone calm. So Lucille, tell everyone when you did your profitability analyzer, which is free on my site, what happened? What did you see?
Oh, so it was staring me in the face. Like you can make so much more money if you were charging for the project management side of it. And not only, so I was able to, and I went back and looked at prior projects on the profitability analyzer so that I would know, like, how could I have done this differently? And how am I going to do this differently going forward? So I love that is a wonderful resource. But in addition is the key. So the key automatically puts in the project management fee as well as the designer fee. And so if you follow that, you're golden. It's super easy. It's so easy. You just have it ready to go for every single job that you price out. And don't feel bad. I would
Don't
tell
feel
you,
bad. Yes.
no, you don't feel bad, but in the beginning, you do. You feel like, should I really be charging this amount of money? Does this doesn't feel right? Well, why not?
Yeah.
And Nancy and Lesley are great about that, in that if you're not confident about it, they're going to help you become confident about it. And that is just as important as the tool.
Yes.
You're
Yes,
confident.
because you can have the number, but you need that, oh my God, I'm on my way to a consult and I'm nervous about presenting this high fee. And we weigh in and give you the confidence to present it in a way that it's going to close. You're going to get the sale, right? Everything we provide in this program is designed to get the sale if you want it, and then give exemplary service and run your back office in a way that is streamlined and efficient. Lesley, talk a little bit about the profitability analyzer and how it helps our students discover that they're not between 40 and 60% profitable.
I
And
love
that's where we want them.
So this is a free tool that Nancy makes available, and it's going to scare you and you're going to feel overwhelmed. I'm just going to lead with that. We are designers. We are creatives. In general, money is not our forte, and analyzing numbers and data is not necessarily something that comes easy to us. I want to start with saying, do your best with this. It's okay if it's not perfect. But the idea with the profitability analyzer is you're putting in everything the client paid you, everything that was an expense on the project, and all the time you put in. And of course, I'm skimming very high level. It's a little more nuanced than that. And what it's going to tell you is, what did you actually make per hour? Because it's real easy to say you're a $200 an hour designer. But if you worked 100 hours on a project and you didn't bill enough, you might be a 25 an hour designer and not even know it.
Yes.
So it really opens your eyes to what is your actual hourly rate, not what you say, not what feels good to say, and what is your actual profit margin. I won't go into the margin versus markup conversation because that's its own numbers thing that we struggled through on a call yesterday trying to explain. But in general, understand, as a business owner, you need to be between 40 and 60% profit margin overall in your business to have a business and stay in business and be able to survive. And so many people are not hitting those numbers. And unless you run a tool like the profitability analyzer, you won't know that. So please, please, please go download this. Take a shot of tequila, look at your numbers, let's get her done. Because I know it's scary, and it is humbling AF to realize you have not been making the money you think you have. It can sting.
It stings, and that's where we get tears sometimes, right? We do. We get tears sometimes because when we tell people how you should be charging and how many ways a designer can bring in an income to price themselves still competitively. We are not looking to price you out of the market at all. We're trying to say you deserve to have the money for every stage of the job that your hands, your feet, your eyes, your fingers are doing the job. So Lucille, tell everyone what you discovered when you did the profitability analyzer. Like you're charging, let's say $150 an hour. And when you did the profitability analyzer and put in all the hours you spend on a job, what happened?
It was like $65 an hour. I mean, it was like, it was just crazy.
Yes.
And like Lesley, you said, humbling. So all I would say to anyone listening is that going into this program, go in with an open mind, a really good mindset, and be open and willing to discover things that you're not going to like.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, you have to do that in order to get better.
Yes.
In order to make yourself better, your business better, like all of it, all the way around. Like it's so important. And I call them mirror talks. You have to have that mirror talk.
I like that.
They're not always fun and they're not always pretty, but it makes a huge difference on yourself too. I mean, I feel like my confidence level is at a whole different. It's so good. It's so much better, and and the things that I'm doing, like the key, yes, using the profitability analyzer. But in addition to that, which is also helping me in my pricing and my profitability. Like I'm working with Teresa Schlepp from Caffeine Creative. I'm getting a brand new website. It's probably a week away. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, I love it.
Well, you know what? And you're working with Teresa because Teresa provides a website audit for every single one of our academy. It's included in the price. We give you an SEO audit on your website, a copy audit, the words on your website, and we give you a website audit on the functionality. And then you have these experts to choose from. If you choose to do, now that you're making more money, you were able to redo your website.
Exactly. And I'm working with Kim Vanderpool again, the audit.
Social media audit. We provide that too. I forgot about that one. Thank you for
I am faithful. I'm part of her Get It Done Club. I am faithful every week doing my post. I'm getting more followers. So surprisingly, they'll tell you, and this is where you have to adapt to who you are and your background. So previously I was an HR executive in financial services. So I have so many LinkedIn connections.
Oh, that's amazing.
Unbelievable how many. I was in HR. People want to connect with you all the time. I actually started posting on LinkedIn, and I am getting people who have said, you're an interior designer, somebody who I worked with at Citizens Bank, and she reached out to me and said, we've got to talk. We've got to meet. Most people would say LinkedIn doesn't work for me, but for me, it does. And that's where we all have to, be honest with ourselves, like what works for yourself and your business.
Yes. And really your pricing should reflect your service level. I mean, you work really hard on your clients. You're a great interior designer. And believe it or not, it's one of the questions I usually ask in the application process for people who want to join the group is, are you a good designer? And they're like, I'm really good. I'm good. I'm like, that's what I want to hear. But I don't feel like I'm a good business person. And I don't feel like I'm making enough money. And I'm a little overwhelmed. And I don't know how to buy product at the best discount. And I don't know how to run my operations, my computer systems. And who should I use for social media, for websites? We give it to you all in this program. And you have been a star student, really taking advantage of everything we offer in the program in order to change your profitability. And you are now priced competitively, still getting a ton of business, right? And you were able to hire somebody. Tell everybody about that.
So my daughter-in-law, who's also in human resources, and she's decided to exit the corporate world, and she is in Colorado. And so that's how we can do the yin and the yang. And we are focusing on interior design, residential interior design. We're working with builders. We're working with a builder out there doing 20 to 30 homes for all their selections, and working with their clients. But in addition, we're doing the vacation vacation design for Airbnbs. And we love that for a number of reasons. But being in Delaware and being in Colorado, it's two different seasons. So we're able to balance that really nicely. So when high season is in Delaware, it's low season in Colorado, and vice versa.
Oh,
so it's a really, really nice compliment. And she and I started last year a window treatment business in Colorado that she runs. So, it's very complimentary all the way around. And I'm excited that she's come on board.
That's amazing. You can afford her now.
And I can afford her, and afford her at a very nice hourly rate. So it's win-win for everybody.
So you're able to provide a career for your daughter, a career for you, no longer feel so much stress about running your business. Know you have resources to ask questions. But here's the thing. We want to make sure none of you are the cheapest in the market. And I don't even care if I don't even want you necessarily in the long term in the middle of the pack. I want you guys to be, if you're a great designer or even a good designer that's working on your skill, we want you to get to the level of you are the person who is exclusively priced with the most exemplary service. and people will come to you as you get into those levels, right? Lesley, talk about how you've gotten yourself higher and higher over the years. And it does take, it's a process. It's not overnight.
It's uncomfortable. And I know Ronica mentioned earlier about, how hard it is to get these new rates and fees and present them. And like you said, Nancy, that's what we're here for. But I just want to reiterate that this is an uncomfortable process. It's uncomfortable to step into a new level. And I have over the years slowly inched my way up. And I really want to be working with a higher end clientele. I want fewer, better projects.
Yep.
I do not want to be cranking out design after design after design after design for a few $100s for e-design. I charge quite a premium for my e-design packages, my virtual design, and my designer for a day, and truly my full service as well. I use the key, I run the numbers. And I love the key because it is that, I guess it's digital, but it's that paper courage you need to say, I didn't just pull this number out of nowhere based on my experience and expertise, based on industry data. I know this is what it's going to take to get us from start to finish. And, in my mind, I'm thinking, and I'm going to blow you away with service, with gifts you don't even know are coming, with just taking care of you, with being available for your project. You can't do that if you're charging bottom dollar pricing, because you will be run so ragged with high maintenance clients. And I will tell you, often it is, I saw a meme once and I thought it was so accurate. And it was like $500 client. I think we need another meeting to discuss this. I just have some questions. I'm not sure about this investment. I don't know if it's the right decision. Let me talk to my husband. $50,000 client. Checks in the mail. Thanks. And I found that so true in my business. Sometimes when you are trying to be the lowest and be the Walmart of interior designers, you are getting people who are very high maintenance, very anxious, and it takes so much time and energy. And you end up being behind financially and energetically and creatively. I found myself kind of feeling sucked dry when I wasn't charging enough. And now that I'm at a level where I can say, yes, I'm expensive. Yes, I have a clear process. Yes, I have a track record of success. You want in or not, my business is running so much better. And like Veronica was saying, I have a life. Like, it feels good. Yes. It's nice to have balance. I don't feel like I have to work at night or on weekends. I've got very clear boundaries around my work time. My kids are still young in elementary school, so I have the flexibility. Like, they're home today. I'm just glad no one's knocking on the door. So don't, like Nancy said, there is no glory in being the cheapest. You do not want to be the Walmart of interior designers. Many companies have tried that, and they've all gone out of business.
Yes.
Work hard, do great work, and you can charge up here and have a great business and a great life too. And that's just as important as having the great business, if not more so.
Well, yeah, because your business is supposed to support your life and enhance your life, not suck you dry so you have no life, right? So that's the key. And Lucille, talk about the key. That's the key, and I'm saying the key. Okay, the key is a pricing tool that Lesley and I created to help interior designers price out their jobs accurately for all the work that you do. There it is. That's the landing page. We do sell it, and we are getting incredible testimonials about it, and we're constantly enhancing it. But if you join the Profit Insider Academy, it comes in the program along with all those other audits and the walkie-talkie app to Lesley and I, and a lot of learning over the whole year. How did you feel about the pricing lessons we give within the academy itself? Lucille, like, did you feel you were able to ask questions about your specific business? You weren't hearing just about other people's businesses, and what we taught you was not just about kind of like cookie cutter. It was good enough to get you to feel like it was good for your business.
Absolutely. I mean, one, you learn from both of you, and you learn from the other people in the program with you. That's in your cohort, which is great because you realize you're not alone. And you also realize we're not in competition. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, there's enough business to go around. We just need to be a group of people who care about our industry, care about the service and all of that. But, getting back to how I feel, one thing I would say, and I don't know, Lesley, if you remember this, but remember calling, Voxering Lesley about my consultation. And I was including way too much in my consultation. right? And so it's not, yes, it is about pricing, but it's also about what is your service and what should and shouldn't be included in that service, right? And I was actually, it was too much. It was too comprehensive.
You were over delivering.
It was over delivering. And when in fact, it should have gone right into that full service design.
Yeah, so you're cutting the sale off at the knees, right? You provide so much at the consult, they don't move forward. They're like, oh, I just got enough information from her. I'm going to go do it on my own as far as I can take it. And then I'm too embarrassed to go back to the designers for them to see I tried to do it themselves when it gets too hard. So sometimes they hire a different designer, right? So keeping the person in the moment, keeping the designer not over delivering at every stage gets the project to really flow properly. And it also makes more sense to the client with your pricing, right? So you were charging for design, you were charging a margin on furnishings, but you weren't charging for project management, which is what dropped your hourly rate when you did the profitability analyzer down to almost half of what you thought you were making.
Right. Exactly. Right? Yeah. And it's, so I feel like all the way around, every lesson, you know, if you're reflecting and being honest with yourself, that's the key, right? Is you're going to learn something that either you're doing and doing well, that's possible too, and where you can improve and do things differently. We also have a group of us that we chat via Voxer. And
that always happens in my groups. They create their own group and they chat with each other, which I love because you're making friends in the industry that you're meeting then at High Point or at events.
Right. I'm meeting Jody, who's in our cohort. We're meeting in High Point next week for the Vacation Rental Design Summit with Jessica Deuce. So we're going to that, and my daughter-in-law is going, and someone she works with is going. So we'll be the four of us, and it's a small group that's going, and it's great. So I feel like I have somebody that we share a lot with. We talk about a lot about our business and where we're headed. And we met at High Point in October, a few of us as well. So it's great. And I met you, Lesley, in person.
Yes, that was lovely to meet in real life because this whole program is virtual, but it's amazing how much connection there is, even virtually, with the Voxer, with us, with each other. And of course, we do get to meet in real life sometimes, which is really special because we know each other so well at that point that it's just a natural click to connect in person. And yeah, it's lovely. I love the relationship part of this program so much.
I know, so do I. And I always tell everyone, if you're going to meet me in person, you got to realize how short I am. So it's an amazing program. It's one I'm very proud of, the Profit Insider Academy. We include everything you need to run your business properly and to make the money you should be making. And Lucille is just one example of so many that have been successful. And actually what I'm going to do is put the link to the landing page for the Profit Insider Academy, where we include the key. And Lesley also put in, oh, look at us. We're doing it all simultaneously. How did that happen?
Look at you, fancy pants. I can do this.
Oh, I don't know what I did, but I just posted it to Facebook and apparently to YouTube. So we're learning about this program we're using. But anyway, I really want everyone to understand the value of investing in yourself and making sure you're priced competitively so that you can run a great business and have a great life. And this is what this program is all about. So, Lucille, I really appreciate you coming on and talking about your pricing changes. And you said before we went live that you're actually considering raising your pricing again.
I am raising my pricing again.
Yeah, you are.
It's time. Yes, it is time. So, and I'm excited about that because, and one last thought I would leave you with is it's attracting the right clients. This program has definitely helped me to recognize it's not about quantity, it's about quality. It's about attracting the right client. And that's through your social media, it's through your website, it's through your words that you use, it's through all of it.
Yes. And we try to tackle all of it.
And we do. It's a lot. But you just I feel like even after this year, I'm going to continue to learn and to implement and and that the last point is there's many different programs out there, but while you're in this program, you've just got to focus on this program.
That's what I tell everyone in the first session. Do me a favor and stop listening to all the other coaches just temporarily. And I promise you all their content will still be out there, as mine is also. If you're working with another coach, then you shouldn't be listening to me. We don't want to confuse people. Pick a coach or coaches, Lesley and I, who you resonate with. Hopefully it's us, and a program that you feel you're ready to be dedicated to. And I have one other comment too that I love about the program. People say to me, well, is everyone kind of at my level or maybe a little above me? Because I want the mix of the people to be right in the group. Now, Lucille, and of course, Lesley knows, we mix a lot of different types of businesses, meaning interior designers who just do kitchen and bath, interior designers who just do window treatment sometimes, full service, all different ages, all different demographics. And I do that on purpose because you learn so much from each other. Sometimes you don't even know what question you didn't know to ask until you hear someone else ask it. And you go, you know what? I need to know that too. And I don't do it that way. Like, we learn so much from each other all the time.
Right. Completely. It's just a great group. I've done a lot of different programs before, and this is just near and dear to my heart because I have implemented and I have made a difference in my life and in my business.
Excellent. That makes me so happy. So, all right. And the last thing is that we keep the groups small. So everybody knows that not 200 people groups, is not 100 people funneling in and out at different stages and this and that. It is not a course where you do it on your own and then you're lost and you don't have anybody to ask questions. It is a coaching program, a small group coaching program that really touches every part of your business, starting with pricing right from the beginning so we can get that right. And I'm very transparent. I'm like, oh yeah, you got to raise your price. And sometimes I tell people you got to lower your price, right? Lesley, talk about that for a second, how some people have to lower their price.
It is very tempting to say, I charge $300 an hour, but then you're not billing for all your time. You're not estimating accurately. And again, you're not actually making $300 an hour. We definitely feel strongly about the fact that your hourly rate needs to maybe be slightly uncomfortable, but also still feel very in alignment for you, who you are, where you're at in business, how you work. And you should feel fully confident in charging for every damn minute you are working on that job. I could say I'm $500 an hour and I know that doesn't feel right. And I would always be finding excuses or ways to bring that down. So most of the time, y'all need to go up. Let's be real. Most of us are undercharging. There are times, I have done it myself in business, where I tried one project at a certain hourly rate and it sounded great because it was really profitable. It didn't feel good. It truly didn't. It just wasn't in alignment at the time. So pricing adjustments, it's not about looking at your neighbor. It's not about looking at the designer down the street, or for the love of God, do not crowdsource this in a Facebook group. You're going to get 75,000 answers that are not helpful.
How much should I charge for this? And then everybody weighs in, and then you're stuck with, all right, which one do I pick? And I read some of them sometimes and don't have time to weigh in. Like, please don't listen to other people who have other business models in other places. Please try to talk to us about your business model, your confidence, your type of business that you run. That all plays into the pricing. Yeah. So,
and that's why we dive deep into this so early in the program, because if you're not making money, you don't have a business, you have a very expensive hobby. You've got to be bringing in money. You've got to be profitable so that you can keep going and make the other changes, redo the website if need be, work on your social media strategy, find new ways of marketing, dedicate the time you need to your clients. So money, just like with clients, talk about it early and often, get it squared away, and then you can hit the ground running with all the other amazing changes you can make in your business.
Yep. And that's where we're going to end this. All right. So if any of you are struggling with making the money you need to make in your business, understand we don't teach just charge hourly. It's more in depth than that. That we're just not going to go over right now because we're in our half an hour mode at this point. So if you feel your business is not running the way it should be, fill out an application for the Profit Insider Academy. Get on my calendar free of charge to discuss your application and what's going on in your business. And we'll see if it's a good fit. If the academy is a good fit for you, then I will put you in it. If it's not, I will tell you that I don't think it's a good fit, because I want success stories like Lucille. Like, that is what makes our program great, that everyone is succeeding in their own right, in their own way, for however they needed to succeed in their business, right? From where they are today to where they're trying to go.
Yeah.
That's the key. So, Lucille, any final words for people who are considering the academy?
I would just say it's an investment that is so worth it. It's so worth it. If you're committed and this is what you want to make a difference in your life and in your business, this is the program for you.
Thank you, Lucille. And I'm so proud of you. And you'll be going on our website as one of our success stories, like most of the other people. If you put in the work, you have the success. If you speak up and use the walkie-talkie app and communicate with Lesley and I as to what you're struggling with, we are dedicated to make sure your business grows and becomes profitable and becomes what you want it to be. So don't sit and struggle anymore. You got to trust us that we are dedicated to making sure that the money you pay for coaching is going to get you the result that you need. Yep. That's it. Period. So, all right, everyone, go have a great Thursday. We're here for you. Enjoy the group and all the places we're streaming on YouTube, LinkedIn, like Lucille mentioned, Instagram, both Lesley and I's, and our Facebook groups and our business pages. So you can rewatch this video and go back if you came in late. So, all right, everyone. Thank you, Lesley. Thank you, Lucille.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye, everyone.